Jill Duggar says Derick Dillard's proposal on show was acting. Counting on alum Jill Duggar Dillard has been sharing stories about her and Derick over the past few weeks. The positivity she brings online has been part of her healing journey following a heartbreaking miscarriage last April. She also likes to share their day-to-day lives, including family picnics and grocery shopping. But what caught the attention of many was when Jill shared Derick's proposal story when they were still filming for the show. Keep reading to see what happened. Counting on. How's Jill Duggar today? One of Jill's latest updates on social media was her shopping day with Derick. The two purchased gardening tools for her flower bed. According to the Counting on alum, she liked a variety of flowers blooming in her yard per season, saying, "We wanted some hardy flowers that will bloom all spring, summer, and fall, so we went with two kinds of petunias, purple and pink, and some yellow calabrico flowers." Aside from her garden, Jill has started sharing healthy recipes as well. Recently, she impressed many fans with her cinnamon roll recipe as well as her Moroccan chicken and lentils. She posts the full list of recipes on her family's official website. Jill says Derick's proposal on show was acting. Jill Duggar Dillard recently took to social media to share a lengthy message regarding Derick's proposal for her during the show. According to the Counting on alum, it's been 11 years since her husband popped the question in a town square located in Bentonville, Arkansas. Jill also said that Derick's proposal was extra special as it included a special song that told their story of how they met and got into a relationship. But what surprised many was when Jill revealed that they had to reenact some scenes during the proposal as the producer wanted to ensure that they caught proper angles. Jill also shared a hilarious story about being blocked off the square by people who were helping clear the area for the artists who were going to get engaged there, not knowing that it was them. Jill continued, "I didn't know exactly where Derick was gonna propose, but had made him narrow it down to the month, and by that time pretty much knew it would be sometime that day." Counting on. The show ripped apart Jill Duggar's relationship with her dad. Despite celebrating a major milestone during the reality show, Jill Duggar Dillard has expressed regrets about working with her parents, especially Jim Bob. According to the Counting on alum, her dad never paid her after filming in the reality show for so long. Jill and Derick also claimed that Jim Bob lied about their earnings, which could get him in trouble with the IRS. Since then, Jim Bob's relationship with Jill and Derick fell apart. Jill Duggar never imagined her real-life fairy tale would come with a script. When Derick Dillard got down on one knee, the world saw a moment of pure romance. But Jill now says that what viewers witnessed on 19 Kids and Counting was less about love and more about performance. For years, the Duggar family graced reality television screens as America's wholesome, faith-driven clan, preaching courtship values, family unity, and the joy of multiplying. Fans eagerly followed their lives, believing that every prayer, every hug, and every engagement was a divine unfolding of true love. But in the wake of Jill's recent revelations, cracks in that carefully curated image have begun to show. Derick's proposal wasn't exactly spontaneous, Jill admitted in a recent interview. "By the time it happened, we had already discussed getting married. We even knew the timeline the show wanted. What the cameras caught was more acting than an actual surprise." Reality TV has long blurred the line between authenticity and entertainment, but when the performance seeps into the intimate milestones of real people's lives, the impact can be profound. For Jill, that moment, touted as one of the most romantic of her life, became just another staged event in a long list of Duggar family orchestrations. The engagement scene played out like a fairy tale. Jill and Derick were in Nepal, where he had been serving as a missionary. He popped the question, and she gleefully accepted. The cameras captured every joyous expression, every emotional embrace. Fans swooned. But now Jill suggests that while the emotions were real, the surprise was an illusion. "When you're on a show like that, there's an expectation," she explained. "The producers wanted something emotional and perfect. So they guided the timing, the setup, even some of our dialogue. It felt like we were living our own love story, but we were also playing roles in a much bigger production." For a girl raised in the ultra-conservative Duggar household, where every major life decision is tied to faith, family, and a carefully maintained public image. The realization that her love life had become reality TV fodder was a sobering one. The Duggars have long been known for their strict courting rules. No kissing, no hand-holding, no unchaperoned dates. But the controlled environment extended beyond their relationships. Jill now reflects on how much of her life, her choices, her milestones, was influenced by what would make good television. When you grow up in it, you don't realize how much of your life is being shaped for a narrative, Jill confessed. You believe it's all real because it's your reality. But looking back, I see how much of it was packaged for viewers. In her new book, Jill peels back the layers of her reality TV past, offering an unfiltered look at what it meant to be a Duggar in the spotlight. She recounts moments of joy, but also moments of deep disillusionment. The engagement, while still a significant memory, now comes with an asterisk, one that reminds her of the difference between a heartfelt moment and a manufactured one. The realization that her love story was shaped for an audience has led Jill and Derick to make different choices for their future. They've distanced themselves from the Duggar empire, prioritizing their own family and faith over the expectations set by a television show. Derick and I have built a life together outside of the cameras, Jill said. And I can tell you, the realest moments don't come with scripts. They come in the quiet, in the messy, in the everyday love that doesn't need an audience. For fans of the Duggar family, Jill's candidness is both eye-opening and heartbreaking. The realization that their beloved show may have been more fiction than fact forces them to reconsider how much of what they saw was real. For Jill, however, the journey of reclaiming her narrative has been liberating. I don't regret my love story, Jill said, but I do wish I had known, back then, that it was okay to want something just for myself, not for the cameras. Reality TV has given us love stories, drama, and unforgettable moments. But for those who live inside those stories, the cost of keeping up appearances can be high. Jill Duggar's truth is a reminder that behind every picture-perfect moment, there may be a script just out of sight.